Welcome to Dobby Repairs. I'm Dobby the Fixing Elf, and this is what's in my toolbox, the series where I show you the tools I use to repair cars and fix things. So let's find out what's in my toolbox today. And before we get into this week's tool, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to my Fixing Club members, Macca and Rodney. Thank you for support and helping me make more content for everyone. If you'd like to become a Fixing Club member yourself, there's a link in the description where you can find out more information on it. And in this instalment, we have this Us.Pro 7527 industrial Torx set. So for Torx bolt, for Torx sockets. So you've got your 3/8 drive on the back, and then you've got your anti-tamper proof hole in the middle here for security Torx. And yeah, they're fairly nice, fairly well made. This is the biggest one in the set. This is the T60, and it goes down to T10. All standard sizes in between. And yeah, they're fairly nice and fairly well made. These were requested by a viewer named John. Sorry it took me so long to get to these, John. One of those things that time got away from me. I didn't get enough chance to use them and give you a proper good test. I know you mentioned that the T20 was prone to breaking. But so far I haven't had that problem with this set, which is quite nice. This is the T20, I've used it a few times. Obviously, as you mentioned, and as people find out, I don't recommend using anywhere from T20 down with an impact gun. They're too thin, they're not going to really hold on. But the bigger sizes all seem to work fine. I used the electric ratchet with this T20 and the T25, and that seemed to work fairly well. Hold it with torque. Obviously changed the air filter that required T25, which was just here. Let me grab this out. Hopefully all details are plain. There we are. And yeah, overall, they seem to hold up fairly well to the abuse. I used the T40 to do some brakes the other day, and yeah, it held up fairly well. The beauty of these are that you can tap them on the back with a hammer if you need to. So if you're dealing with a rusted Torx, I recommend giving these a tap into the hole with a hammer first, make sure you get the right size, and just tap it down like that and get it really nicely seated. That will help prevent the Torx fastening around the out, because that's a pain in the bum, and no one likes that. Yeah, if you tap them down, give it a clean with a wire brush as well, that's another good tip. And then put these in. You won't have any problems around the out. Yeah, it seems to work fairly well. The T50 works really nicely. And it all worked generally really nicely, as they should. And it's pretty impressive. I know, as I said, John had a few problems with the smaller sizes breaking under impact, and he said not to use them with impacts. I haven't had a chance to test these out on the smaller sizes, mainly hand ratchets or my electric ratchet, which I broke loose by hand first and then run them out. Obviously, the smaller sizes are always prone to breaking, so there's not much material there. But yeah, overall, they seem to work really well for me. I've definitely enjoyed using them. I haven't had any problems with any of the bigger sizes I've used. The T30 upwards have all been perfect. The T7 works really well, the T25 works really well. Obviously I haven't had much issues with the lower sizes, but there's an issue there, so just be careful and keep that in mind. Don't maybe not put your half-inch impact with an adapter on it and blast it away, because we all know that can be done. But I wouldn't recommend it. Overall, the design and the robustness of them, they are the industrial style ones, so we've got the hole that goes all the way through for European style ones, per se. So in European ones, they have a little pin that goes through, and you put a little rubber band around here, and that helps hold the impact onto the gun or whatever else you're attaching it to. It's a very interesting design. And a lot of my tools don't actually have that. But they take the standard, 3/8 drive, and yeah, they work really quite well. Before I move on to my final thoughts, I'm just going to say I normally give all my tools a spanner rating. So if you haven't seen any of my videos before, I have a spanner rating 1 through 5. Here's a little picture that will stay up for a few minutes and just give you a general idea of what the ratings mean. Now I'm going to move on to my final thoughts. They are really quite good, really quite handy. Obviously I know it's an issue I haven't experienced myself, But guys, these are nonetheless, so I'm only going to give these a 3 spanner rating. So you'll get 3 spanners pop up here as always. Yeah, overall, a handy little set, definitely useful for picking up, especially if you're going to deal with some really stubborn fasteners. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps both the channel and me out. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I post 2 videos a week, so by subscribing, you'll never miss a thing. Got any questions or suggestions? Drop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to reply to everyone. Here at Dobby Repairs, we're all about helping you learn how to work on your vehicle safely and showing you don't need to spend a fortune on tools to get the job done. Want to support the channel further? Become a member, starting at just 99p. Members get perks like early access to videos and more exclusive content. Keep fixing, and I'll see you in the next one.